and Ida and Deku was like, with my leg, with my arm, it's all I need to beat this guy.
What's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., Natural Born Thriller. Welcome everyone to WWE Stupid Shit Show for this review. I'm sorry, I meant to say WWE Super Showdown review for the show from October 6, 2018. Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, folks. This show was more like WWE Stupid Shit Show. So, and I'm about to run through why I feel that way once I go through this pay-per-view, this glorified house show. That's called a pay-per-view for WWE. But again, this took place back in October 6, 2018. I watched this in the morning while, I didn't watch it live though. Even though I was on live, but I didn't watch live. I basically was about an hour ahead. I mean, an hour behind. And for good reason too, because I don't want to watch any ads. I want to skip the ads. Don't care about what they have on the ads. All I care about is watching some good wrestling. Did we get some good wrestling? Yeah, we got a couple of good wrestlings. But again, I'm going to do everything that happened on the show here. But
yeah, I was like, oh,
but the show itself, is where WWE is marketing this WWE stupid shit show, which WWE Super Showdown. I call it WWE stupid shit show.
MKG.
It's one of the biggest WWE live event ever in Australia. Yeah, this took place back at Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. That's the venue. The attendance was 7,309 WWE fans in Australia in attendance. And I'm pretty sure some of them are also from other countries that went there too. But basically, folks, when it comes to WWE's numbers, I heard it was like about 62,000, but WWE went over dramatic again when it comes to the attendance records, whatever.
Yeah.
But the official theme song was "Monster" by Hands Like Houses. Don't know who they are, but the sponsor was it was sponsored by, when it comes to this event, the sponsor was Teg, Dandy, I don't know. Never heard of it. I don't care for it. But it will feature the brand of Raw, SmackDown, and when it comes to 205 Live, I'll get to that when we get to that match. But
wait, is Cody talking?
And I'm also watching this this poster here of WWE Super Showdown. And I see Samoa Joe, I see the New Day, I see Bray Wyatt, I see Carmella, I see Shinsuke Nakamura, I see Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, Sasha Banks, Bobby Roode, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Nia Jax, Braun Strowman, The Miz, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, John Cena, The Undertaker, Triple H, Ronda Rousey, and Seth Rollins. Now, where it pertains to who's on the poster here, they were they were there, but the ones that were on the show, like for example, the ones who was on the show, like Seth Rollins, Ronda Rousey, Triple H, Undertaker, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Asuka, The Miz, Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Daniel Bryan, The New Day, and Samoa Joe. They were on the show. Unfortunately for Shinsuke Nakamura, Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton, Nia Jax, Bobby Roode, Sasha Banks, Carmella, and Bray Wyatt, they were not on the show. So why would the WWE even put them on the poster, and they were not even going to be part of the show? That right there is in my opinion, false advertisement by putting those guys on the poster there, thinking that we're going to see them on the show, and we didn't even see them on the show. Let alone they didn't interfere in any matches or even did a segment. I mean, I'm not expecting any segments. I'm expecting to just see matches, but at the same time, and also for another reason too, is because WWE originally it was supposed to be a 5-hour show, but for some reason WWE decided to cut the hour off and to do a 4-hour show instead. Which by the way, thank God. But at the same time, I think that's the reason why we didn't get to see anything else on the show here, especially because there's one match I'll get to momentarily. That match ended up being one of the shortest matches in on that show, and then we get to the to this one match that ended up being one of the longest matches on the show here. But I'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, the promotion WWE, as far as the show Super Showdown, I'm pretty sure the people in Australia are happy that they got a show like this. They haven't got a big show like this since the last 16 years. And this is a huge opportunity for them, and if they had a good time, good for them. More power to them. I'm glad they had fun. Me personally watching it, in the morning, and dead fucking tired, and I had to go to work on that day later on too. Dead fucking tired. All I expected for this show is to give me a fucking entertaining show when it comes to all these matches. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it as I go to some other things happening here too. So yeah, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Renee Young on commentary. There was no Byron Saxton, thank God. There was no Tom Phillips. There was no Nigel McGuinness, no Percy Watson, no Vic Joseph. And why do I mention those guys? Because they're on SmackDown, and the other guys are from 205 Live. And you got JoJo, the only ring announcer from Raw, to the ring announce the entire show for Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live.
God, I'm gonna die.
But other than that, let's get right to the show now.
Oh my God, Hit is just hitting the living shit out of me.
So when it comes to the show, there was no pre-show, thank God. Because if it was a pre-show, it probably would have been added a 5-hour show either way. But there was no pre-show, thank God. But the first match was the tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. That's in 9 minutes and 38 seconds. You had the New Day, which features Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defending it as they're being accompanied by Big E to go up against Cesaro and Sheamus, The Bar. Now, the New Day were being cheered by the people from Australia, which I at this point now I like. So I guess the whole entire world has lost their balls for liking pussy shit, faggot shit, fruitcake shit. What the New Day is doing, and on top of that, they're doing fucking pancakes in the crowd.
Really?
So coming to the match, I was expecting the Bar to win, but knowing WWE, they were not gonna have the Bar win anyways. So in a way, I kind of knew that the Bar was gonna win the tag titles here, because the New Day are being pushed now by being one of these greatest tag teams of all time, and holding, and then on top of that, you got Kofi Kingston being one of the longest reigning tag team champions when it comes to combined days of being a tag team champion. Well, and as far as this match was, it was decent. This match was pretty decent. There was some cool spots in the match, but at the end of the day, I wanted the Bar to win. But did they win? Fuck no. The New Day won.
I thought your new favorite game was like Fortnite.
What a waste of fucking of an opening match. For me to be fucking disappointing that the New Day that I'm not a fucking fan of to begin with ends up being the one of my favorite tag teams that WWE has been burying for the last few months in the Bar. Next match. We get the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship that lasted 10 minutes and 50 seconds. You have Charlotte Flair versus the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. This match itself was pretty decent too. It was one of the best women's matches on the card here. I'll get to why in the when it comes to the other women's matches. But this match itself, like I said, it was pretty decent. These two they always put out some good matches all of each other. So then we get to Charlotte Flair getting the upper hand on Becky Lynch, and then Becky Lynch decided to leave the ring, grab her women's championship belt, and she tried to walk away. So that's where we're at. That's basically where we're at now with Becky Lynch now. Oh, by the way, when it comes to Becky Lynch, she was cheered in Australia. Meanwhile, you got Charlotte Flair being booed by people in Australia. This shows you every wrestling fans around the world that pertains to watching WWE. They don't want to cheer for Charlotte Flair. WWE doing all this thing where Charlotte Flair is a sympathetic, a sympathetic babyface that the fans are going to cheer for her. It ain't working. Fans don't care about Charlotte Flair anymore. Charlotte Flair is being overrated as fuck, and she's always getting these opportunities that the WWE is rolling the red carpet out for her. And meanwhile, you got Becky Lynch, who's been an afterthought, who's always been overlooked, and she's all she's the true underdog in the women's division, where they want to get behind her, and despite of WWE turn her heel, thinking that the fans are gonna crap on Becky Lynch. Fuck no. So yeah, Becky Lynch is acting like a heel here by leaving because she basically was telegraphing that she was gonna lose to Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte Flair stops her, gets her back in the ring, and at this point now, Charlotte Flair goes to the figure 4 as she's trying to go for the into the figure 8 as she's trying to bridge and everything. She does it, but then all of a sudden Becky Lynch, because of the belt that she's trying to take with her, it ended up in the ring. I don't understand why the referee didn't take it out in the first place, but anyways, Becky Lynch gets the belt, hits Charlotte Flair with the belt, and it causes a DQ. So basically, Becky Lynch would have lost the match if it wasn't for that belt that she used to hit Charlotte Flair with, and to retain it. I mean, not even though Becky Lynch didn't win, but she still is the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. And this is WWE's way to showcase Becky Lynch as a heel by doing this fucking shit. So after the match, Charlotte Flair goes after Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch fights back at her, beats her down, and Becky Lynch walks away with her belt, and that was it. And then later on the show, they confirm that the match that's gonna happen between these two again for the SmackDown Women's Championship is gonna happen on the next episode of SmackDown. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, I thought this was gonna be built up for Evolution. They did, but then they decided to do the whole thing with the SmackDown, with end up in a no contest, and they decided to set up for Evolution. So basically, what on the point I make here, what comes to Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch on this stupid shit show for Super Showdown, this was a waste of a fucking spot on the show. It was a waste of fucking time because they decided to do the match on SmackDown anyways, and then to do it on Evolution. I mean, if they would have done it, in the way where Charlotte Flair gets an opportunity against Becky Lynch again at Evolution, that would have been better. But instead, they decided to do it on SmackDown. They shouldn't have this match in the first place, if that was the case. I mean, if they want to do this match on Super Showdown, that's fine. But don't waste all of our times watching that show, Super Showdown, by having this match on the card just to do it on the next episode of SmackDown. If you're gonna have the wrestle the third time, save it for Evolution, not on the SmackDown show.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it.
You gotta get up and run, so you gotta go to bed.
So yeah, good match, but the ending I hate the ending, and I hate that Becky Lynch is being booked right now as still being a heel.
That's a blanket.
It's over there.
That's a blanket.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Bobby Lashley and John Cena defeats Elias and Kevin Owens 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Do I really talk about this match? Other than this match was fucking garbage. Bobby Lashley was garbage, and this is no disrespect to Bobby Lashley. I'm a fan of Bobby Lashley, but he was performing like he was fucking trash. Elias was trash a little bit too. Kevin Owens, he was decent, and then you got fuckboy Buckethead and John Cena, the shit factor of professional wrestling, with his John Layfield haircut or Homer Simpson haircut. That John Cena was on the apron doing absolutely nothing other than pandering and kissing ass to the fans. And by the way, the fans cheer for him too. By the way. Not all of them cheer for him, but because there were some majority fans that did boo John Cena, but other than that, the fans were fully behind John Cena because this is not America, this is not Canada, this is not the UK, this is a different world that John Cena is in right now. Just like what comes to Saudi Arabia, where Saudi Arabia fans were cheering for John Cena, and the same thing what happened with all these Australian fans, they cheering for John Cena. So John Cena gets a hot tag at the end of the match against Elias, does his 6th move of doom. And some of you may not know what that is. Well, here's his 6th move of doom. Diving shoulder diving shoulder tackle, another diving shoulder tackle, his spin out side slam, his final shuffle, his attitude adjustment, and then finally does the whole Super Saiyan bullshit. And does that lightning punch that apparently that Jackie Chan trained him to do. And which, by the way, when John Cena did that move, it looked like fucking shit. And plus, John Cena done this before too, at a house show. against the same opponents and Lashley and Owens. But basically, Elias had suffered that punch. But yeah, like I said, that movie looked like shit. John Cena looks like shit as always. And then after the match, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. But as soon as I saw John Cena grab the microphone, I'm like, you know what? I'm skipping it. I don't give a fuck what he has to say. But sure enough, he struck. I didn't have to look back at it to know what he said. Or basically, saying that he's thank you for the opportunity and all that, and blah 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 blah. Just like he did at Saudi Arabia, from the Greatest Royal Rumble. So yeah, fuck off, Cena. The Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce defeats Asuka and Naomi in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. This match was a waste of fucking time. Even though they didn't do a rematch on SmackDown, but this was a waste of fucking time. The Icons got a mile pop, not a big pop, but a mile pop. They cut a promo about how they end up being home. I thought they would cut a promo to turn on their home country, but that's not what they did. Which, by the way, thank God they didn't do that, because I don't like when WWE does that with heels when it comes to when it pertains to the hometown. Naomi and Asuka comes out and they start dancing, and this is where we're at right now when it comes to Asuka. She's fucking dancing. And as far as the match was, it was fucking garbage. And on top of that, Billie Kay was fucking garbage in this match. And in the end, you got Peyton Royce picking up a win over Naomi. So yeah, Icons wins. Who gives a fuck? Moving on. WWE Championship match, which is under no disqualifications, no countouts. 23 minutes and 45 seconds it lasted. You got WWE Champion AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Now this is a decision that WWE needs to make with Samoa Joe. Are they going to pull the trigger with him to put the belt on him or not? How they gonna manage to book this match with Samoa Joe to either win the belt or to not win the belt? How they gonna do this? Well, we got our answer. I'll get to it momentarily. I need to say one thing. This was one of the best match next to the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And I'll get to that match when I get to it too. But AJ Styles, well actually Samoa Joe came out first. Also AJ Styles comes out. Samoa Joe didn't get to the ring yet. And Samoa Joe stops because AJ Styles came out. And also AJ Styles working out, and he's got his vest hoodie on. And also he takes it off, takes off the belt. And immediately goes after Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was standing there waiting for him, and that's when the brawl starts. But the match didn't immediately start until they got in the ring, because you gotta start the match in the ring. This is not false count anywhere. This is not anything. This is not anything goes. Basically you gotta start the match in the ring first. So the match finally began. Styles and Joe start going at it. Styles goes for the moonsault into a reverse DDT, which he calls the phenomenal DDT on Samoa Joe for a near fall. Samoa Joe goes for some clotheslines. Basically, he went for a lot of clotheslines to AJ Styles in this match, and AJ Styles sold it like he got like turned inside out and got killed because of it. Samoa Joe attempts to attack Styles with a steel chair, only for Styles to counter with the phenomenal dropkick to Samoa Joe, hitting that chair to the face of Samoa Joe. AJ Styles goes to attack Samoa Joe. But then but Samoa Joe, in the corner basically. But Samoa Joe turns into a Uranagi, in the way Samoa Joe always delivers that Uranagi, very very good. But in this case it was different because he did a steel chair, and Styles was in a world of pain because of that. Because of the way he sold it too. Because near fall because of that. Then Joe tends to go for an inverted DDT to Styles the table, but Styles counters and puts Joe to a table. And Samoa Joe was favoring the knee, and he said to the referee that his knee popped. AJ Styles pulls the referee away and says, I'm gonna handle this my own. Don't you dare stop this. So, and because it's personal between us two. Samoa Joe is constantly kept going after AJ Styles' family. Talking about AJ Styles' family. At one point tried to go into the house of the AJ Styles home where his family's at. So yeah, AJ Styles, he want to take care of this on, he want to take care of Samoa Joe on his own. He's got to do it on his own. Samoa Joe, he's being taken taken advantage by AJ Styles. Samoa Joe goes for the coquille clutch on Styles. However, AJ Styles escapes from it. He at one point goes for the 450 splash, which he turned he landed on Samoa Joe's knee. Because Samoa Joe again, he's attacking on the knee that Samoa Joe got hurt from the by being put to a table. But the 450 splash that AJ Styles did was from the springboard position, and he calls it Superman. Styles goes for the phenomenal forearm off of the barricade onto Samoa Joe. AJ Styles attempted for another phenomenal forearm on Samoa Joe, only for Samoa Joe to counter into the coquille clutch. And then in the end, AJ Styles ends up countering Samoa Joe coquille clutch into the calf killer. And Samoa Joe, he could there's ways that Samoa Joe couldn't get out of it. He could hit AJ Styles by punching him. He could just grab AJ Styles by the head and then slam his head down. He could have done something like that. But instead, what does Samoa Joe does? And instead, he basically try to get to the ropes and all that. What does Samoa Joe do? He taps out. Submitting that WWE doesn't take Samoa Joe that seriously. Submitting that Samoa Joe will never touch that WWE Championship. Samoa Joe is being buried by WWE because of this. And I don't blame AJ Styles for this. If anyone thinking I'm gonna blame AJ Styles for this, no. AJ Styles doesn't book doesn't book the finish. WWE at the end of the day are booking the finish for AJ Styles for this. AJ Styles has no pull or doing this because AJ Styles at one point back in TNA, that AJ Styles wants Samoa Joe to be pushed heavily back in TNA, and that's basically that's one of the reasons AJ Styles left TNA at the time, because AJ Styles felt like Samoa Joe is not being pushed to that world title picture anymore. And now he's the same situation here, except AJ Styles is not going anywhere. He's going to be staying with WWE because he wants to retire with WWE. But what I'm basically trying to say here is that Samoa Joe, they're going to go so far with Samoa Joe, just like what they did with him with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and then almost what comes to John Cena. Oh no, WrestleMania. It just hit me. They better not do that. Samoa Joe better not wrestle against John Cena at WrestleMania. Because if the rumors are true that Shawn Michaels is going to come out of retirement for one more WrestleMania match against The Undertaker, that means it's going to be Cena and Samoa Joe. The match that they've been trying to do for years. Since Samoa Joe got there. I could be wrong, folks. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Samoa Joe. When it comes to Samoa Joe not winning the WWE Championship, this is the same thing what they did with Shinsuke Nakamura, where they'll go so far with Shinsuke Nakamura, but he won't be able to pull out the win to become WWE champion. Same thing with Samoa Joe. They'll go so far with Samoa Joe, only for him to not win the WWE Championship. But as far as the match was, it was pretty damn good. Pretty damn good match between Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, as they always do. Very, very good match. Now before I move on, I gotta read some comments here. Someone named George Albedo, whatever his last name is, I don't give a fuck. Sup, hater. Sup. Yeah, you damn right I'm a fucking hater. Can you talk to me? Well, I'm talking to you now. So, what you want to say? What you say here? Do you play 2K19 NBA? No, I don't play that much. Do you speak Spanish? Yeah, but not that much. Yeah, this show was trash. Yes, it was. And I'll give you my overall summary when I get to that point. Aside from a few matches, Yes, exactly. And I just talked about one of them too. But I'll get to the other match too as well. And it's from Mr. Rick and J Train 1 too, by the way. Rob, did you see the Facebook post of that dude when he said people are offended Sean is back because he's not facing the new guys? Well, no shit. Oh yeah, I saw that, and that's stupid the way he's saying, and that's stupid logic too to say by saying that. Who the fuck, who the fuck, who the fuck is this guy? Okay, I get it. That's Conor McGregor type of accent. You're saying that. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't know. I don't care. Some guy named George, and it's not the George that we're cool with. Some other loser George. I mean, excuse me, not other loser George. Some loser named George Obando, wherever you say your last name. Fuck him. And shout out to George Bice. Anyways, moving on. Six-woman tag team match. That's it. 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Ronda Rousey and the Bellas, which is Brie and Nikki, defeating the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sir Logan. Don't give a fuck about this match anyways. Didn't care for the match. But Ronda Rousey won with a double armbar onto Liv Morgan and Sir Logan. And guess what, folks? They did this match again on Raw, where it was the same results. The only difference is the Bellas turned heel on Ronda Rousey, and then they confirmed that's going to be Nikki Bella going after Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Which, by the way, folks, before we get to Evolution, it's been 9 weeks. 9 fucking weeks since Ronda Rousey has yet to defend her WWE Raw Women's Championship on the Monday Night Raw. Just saying. And fuck pay-per-views. I'm not talking about pay-per-views. I'm talking about Monday Night Raw.
By the way,
I'm not Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna be a fighting champion. I'm gonna be a fighting champion every week on Raw.
What you call it?
Yeah.
I have to.
Whatever. Yeah, it's been 9 weeks, and you have yet to defend your Raw Women's Championship. But yeah, like I said, this match was on the card a stupid shit show, and this was a waste of a spot on this show because they did this match on Raw anyway. So what was the point of watching this anyways? It was a waste of fucking time. Moving on. Mr. Rick and Jay, and it's been nearly a year of AJ being champion and hasn't main evented. The only main event that he's touched so far this year was Fastlane. That was it. No other main events. Wait, and I'm talking about pay-per-views. Ridiculous. All right, next match is another match that I consider also being one of the best matches on the card here. It's the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. That's 10 minutes and 35 seconds. You got Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander, who is the Cruiserweight champion. Match itself, in my opinion, folks, I gotta say this match was one of my match of the nights, my favorite match of the night, next to AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. But yeah, these guys were going all at each other, back and forth action, back and forth high flying spots to each other, impact, very high, back and forth impactful moves on each other. These guys were man, they were just going all out. They were going all the way in this match. Buddy Murphy, who is from Australia, a hometown hero, Cedric Alexander at one point got booed by the crowds of Australia because they were fully behind Buddy Murphy for good reason too, because Buddy Murphy is from Melbourne, Australia. So in the end, we get Cedric Alexander going for a Michinoku driver, and then follows up with a lumbar check, but only gets a near fall. Yeah, and that's nothing. The lumbar check is supposed to be such an Alexander's finishing move, but Buddy Murphy kicked out of the lumbar check. That was insane. I was in shock when I saw that. And then in the end, Buddy Murphy goes for his Murphy's Law on such Alexander, his finishing move, and gets a 3 count and the win. So your winner and new WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Buddy Murphy. And when I saw that, I'm like, whoa, are you kidding me? Buddy Murphy won the title. I'm like, wow. That caught me off guard too. Like, wow. I mean, if anything had to be on any time they had to test, I'm assuming, yeah, I guess it had to be WWE Cruiserweight Championship. So anyway, I watch 205 Live every time, and it's actually a better show than Raw and SmackDown, in my opinion. But yeah, this match was incredible, folks. This was on my match of the night, next to AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. This match was lit, and it was nothing but high energy, nothing but non-stop action, just and also in a way of storytelling and selling in match 2. It was just unbelievable, unbelievable match here. It was amazing. All right, next match we get the 6-man tag team match, 19 minutes and 40 seconds with the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, who's the Universal Champion, and Seth Rollins, who's the Intercontinental Champion, versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. And because of Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, they're the tag team champions of Monday Night Raw. As far as the match was, folks, I knew this, how this match was going to end up being. I knew how this match was going to be booked, and I was bored. This match was boring me to fucking death. I knew some spots I knew some spot that was going to do in this match, and I called this one spot too that was going to happen too, and then on top of that they teased Dean Ambrose turning heel because Roman Reigns went for a Superman punch onto Drew McIntyre but missed the Superman punch and accidentally hits Dean Ambrose instead. I also got to point out one thing: they tried to go for the triple powerbomb onto Braun Strowman at one point, but then the Raw Tag Team Champions stopped the Shield for doing that. But then also in the Shield, and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are in the ring. They're being surrounded by Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre. Also, Dean Ambrose is on the outside of the apron, teasing that Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel. He's going to be siding with Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre, which I knew wasn't going to happen anyways. Sure enough, Ambrose goes after gets in the ring, teasing he's going after the Shield, but he went after Braun Strowman instead. It was stupid. Okay, I'm bored. Yeah, I was falling. I was dozing off at one point. I was just like boring. This match sucks. I can see some spots coming from my way, and I knew how this match was gonna be booked. And then sure enough, Braun Strowman goes to tackle Roman Reigns on the outside. He did the same thing to Seth Rollins, and then he sets up Dean Ambrose. And the way he's doing it too, he's like set him up for me and all that to Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. So he's basically getting ready to charge at Dean Ambrose from the outside. And as soon as he did all that, I said to myself, yep, Roman Reigns is gonna come out of nowhere to do something, whatever. And sure enough, he did. I didn't know if he's either gonna do the spear or the Superman punch, but either way, he ends up doing the spear by spearing Strowman through the barricade, collapsing the barricade and all that. And yep, seen it coming from my way. And by the way, speaking of the Superman punch, Roman Reigns threw one of the most shittiest, fakest Superman punches I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I thought the one I saw live in person a year ago, the night after Christmas on the Raw House show. I thought that was the worst Superman punch I've ever seen. But this one that I saw on the Super Showdown was way worse than the one I saw in person. Roman Reigns is fucking garbage.
Wait.
So in the end, Dean Ambrose goes for the Dirty D's DDT on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler sold it pretty well, but Dean Ambrose didn't hook it right and all that. Like I always call out Dean Ambrose on that every time. Even on Facebook when I do Facebook Live, I always call this out because of Dean Ambrose. But anyways, but the Shield wins because Dean Ambrose picks the win over to Ziggler. Well, each Roman Reigns didn't win, right? Whatever. Either way, the Shield still won. And
yes.
Just like I knew it would. And guess what? This match was a waste of time too, because guess what, folks? They did this match again on Raw. The only difference is that Dean Ambrose lost for his team, and Drew McIntyre got the win for his team. And then they're teasing again. Dean Ambrose might turn heel because he walked away from the Shield on Raw, and then the Shield having Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins having a look on their face like they're confused, like why would Dean Ambrose leave? Wow, let's know that. Garbage. So fuck the Shield, fuck Roman Reigns, and fuck the Ambro's, pretty soon heel turn. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter because at the end of the day, heel Dean Ambrose is gonna be fed to Roman Reigns. So fuck this match and fuck the Shield. This match was fucking garbage and a waste of fucking time. Overrated Shield, exactly. And by the way, speaking of the Shield, before I move on, Roman Reigns got booed by the fans in Australia. So first he gets booed by people from Saudi Arabia and got no reaction from people from Australia. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, he gets booed in Saudi Arabia and gets no reaction in Saudi Arabia. He always gets booed in America. He always gets booed in Canada. He always gets booed in the UK. He even got booed in Australia. What's that fucking tell you about Roman Reigns? No one likes this guy because the way WWE is shoved down our throats and overrating this guy as being the guy. And now I'm gonna move on. Next match we get to a singles match to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship against AJ Styles between Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. And folks, The Miz came out. He went to go to promo, but he got cut off by Daniel Bryan. So the match began. Daniel Bryan and The Miz goes at it.
Okay, so look, with the skeleton.
Basically, The Miz goes for the running knee on Daniel Bryan.
It's gonna be skeleton.
On gets a near fall. The Miz goes for the skull crusher finale, but then Daniel Bryan reverses into a small package and gets a 3 count in the win. And that was the highlight of the match. And the match lasted 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
When you put on the
one of these short live events, I say. And on top of that, this is supposed to be a match where to determine the number one contender to face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. And this is how they booked the match, and this is how they present the match to end it in a short way. Out about this match too. Daniel Bryan and The Miz, those going to pull out, but then also it ended too quickly. What a disrespect to the WWE Championship, another disrespect to AJ Styles, another disrespect to Daniel Bryan, another disrespect of insulting our basically another sure say scratch that part. Another way to insult all of our intelligence, because guess what? And Daniel Bryan could beat The Miz and in that quick a time. Why can't he beat him during that time at SummerSlam? You see what I'm getting here with this on what WWE's booking here? Garbage. Why even had the match at Super Showdown when they could just say this on the SmackDown show, or at least for SmackDown 1000? Because guess what, folks? They announced this match for Daniel Bryan because he won against AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WWE Crown Jewel at Saudi Arabia. And at the time, I was saying to myself, well, that better be the main event then. But then I realized Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns Universal Championship match at Saudi Arabia Crown Jewel, which means once again WWE Championship title match is not going to be the main event. It's going to be the WWE Universal Championship.
I heard dirt.
Once again, disrespecting the legacy of the WWE Championship.
I was hearing. I just didn't say anything.
This match between Daniel Bryan and The Miz was shorter than the Undertaker's entrance from this pay-per-view. And why do I say that? Because we get to the final match here. Triple H with Shawn Michaels, which by the way Shawn Michaels did his own entrance by the way, and then Triple H came out, and then we get basically Triple H against the Undertaker. Kane comes out first by the way, and then Undertaker comes out. But yeah, Kane comes out to do his entrance. He did his. By the way, I forgot to mention too. By the way, the beginning of the show they did fireworks to open the show. But when Kane came out, they couldn't do the flames for him. They did a sound effect of his flames, and then the LED stage chose the flames. And I say to myself, so you can't do the flaming pyros for Kane for his own entrance. The Demon Kane, the Devil's Harrier Demon Kane, whatever you want to call him. the big red monster, whatever. And then Undertaker comes out. Undertaker does his entrance, which again it was longer than Daniel Bryan and the Miz match from that show. And Undertaker and they get Undertaker the flames. Like, wait a minute, you get Undertaker flames, but you won't give Kane his flames pyro.
What did he do? What happened?
The match was announced by JoJo, actually making the ring introduction, that it's going to be.
What happened?
Now, no disqualification. And I see myself, what?
Caleb, Cody.
And by the way, I did a lot of reaction on this too, by the way, folks. I was fucking dumbfounded that this match all of a sudden became a no disqualification match. I see myself, what the fuck? Like, why didn't they advertise this before? Why did wait till we get to the actual main event of the match? As you know, and they also they said immediately just say no disqualification. Why couldn't they just up front push build this up as to be no disqualification the last time ever between Taker and Triple H? No, they said to wait until we get to the main event match to announce there's no DQ. And at this point, you might as well just turn into a tag team match instead. this might as well just be a tag team match. Go, no disqualifications. Shawn Michaels could get involved anytime. Kane could get involved at any time, and that's exactly what happened.
Uno.
Well, except Kane didn't do much on there because Kane was just looking stupid doing nothing. Meanwhile, Shawn Michaels is getting involved from left to right. Because having Triple H and Undertaker wrestling each other at Super Showdown wasn't enough. We need to have more special attractions. We gotta have Shawn Michaels here. We gotta have Kane here. We gotta have no DQ out of nowhere involved to make this match better. To me, in my opinion, this match was not better when it came to no DQ, because there was gonna be some shitty spots for Undertaker to take, which he can't do anymore.
I thought Cody got it.
And then you got Triple H. What comes to his format matches, every match that Triple H does is the same thing. We fight in the ring, we brawl outside the ring, we use weapons, and blah blah blah. Same fucking match. And basically, the opening of the match first of all, I thought it was decent. It was slow paced, but I thought it was decent. And then it went downhill from there. About 5 to 6 minutes later, it went downhill from there. Michael's getting involved. Kane looking all stupid. They don't know what to do at this point, and blah 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 and all that. And then Triple H trying to set the table. Kane didn't undo anything. He was going round them, and then do nothing after that. Like, what the fuck am I watching? Triple H put on those steel steps, and Undertaker tried to do the steel steps bumps that he's been doing for years. And I see myself, why are you trying to do that? That's unnecessary. And then they fall, and they fall into the crowd, and it was a horrible brawl in the crowd too, by the way. At one point, Kane went through a table by Triple H with the assist of Shawn Michaels. They missed a sledgehammer. Basically, Triple H missed a sledgehammer. Undertaker missed a steel chair. The battle of the chairs, and basically the battle of the chair and a sledgehammer, which Triple H won that fight with a sledgehammer. It would make what would have made sense. Undertaker would have got a shovel, considering that's what his character is all about. But no, instead he missed a steel chair, and he didn't win that fight. Shawn Michaels was bumping all over the place and all that. At one point, they were trying to miss the broadcast table, but they got a chance to. During the match. So let's get to the finish. Cause I don't want to talk about this match. I don't want to talk about this match anymore. So, Undertaker has Shawn Michaels in the tombstone position. Triple H attacks him with a sledgehammer. Shawn Michaels goes for a screech and music. Triple H goes for the pedigree, and then gets the win. Which I knew Triple H was going to win the match anyways. And by the way, Triple H on doing one of the horrible pedigrees I've ever seen to the Undertaker. By the way. I also need to mention one thing too. One point referee was taken out by Undertaker, and then we had a new referee coming in, and then he got taken out by Kane. And the way it was done, it was done so fucking stupid and so fucking fake. So yeah, like I said, Triple H defeated The Undertaker. And guess what? The match lasted 27 minutes and 35 seconds. Almost half an hour. This match lasted. And it was, again, from the beginning, I thought it was decent. But then as it went by, it ended up being terrible. It ended up being horrendous. It ended up being horrible. It ended up being one of the most garbage, horrible, trash-ass main events I ever watched in my entire fucking life. This match made Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan's match from Halloween Havoc a 5-star match. This match also made Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant from WrestleMania 3 and from WrestleMania 4 a 5-star match. This match also made I'm gonna go with Teenage route. This match made Hulk Hogan and Sting's match at Bound for Glory a 5-star match. This match made a match from I don't remember what's the name of the pay-per-view, but I think it was Turning Point or No Surrender or I don't remember, but anyways, or I think Against All Odds, whatever. When it comes to Sharmell and General Maraska, which that was one of the most horrible matches I've ever seen in TNA history. But that match ended up being a 5-star match compared to this piece of trash match. This match made Roman Reigns versus Triple H match a 5-star match from WrestleMania 32. This match made Undertaker and Brock Lesnar a 5-star match from WrestleMania 30. This match also made Vince McMahon and Bret Hart's match from WrestleMania, I think it was WrestleMania 25, I think. Yeah, WrestleMania 25, a 5-star match. What a horrible fucking main event. So after the match, Triple H and Shawn Michaels are crying because they got the job done, you know, the last time ever, and blah blah blah. Undertaker and Kane was up back up on their feet. They all hug, they all raising up each other's hands. The pyros goes off for Triple H beating the Undertaker. Fuck you. I respect Triple H for what he's done for NXT. I respect what he's done for the UK. I also respect when it comes to him praising the indies and all that. When it comes to doing progress and helping out Kenta, Hideo Itami. But at the end of the day, this was fucking Triple H, a fucking wrestler who's old as fuck, playing of his ultra ego, and he's got to get the final win against the Undertaker. One of the most overrated feuds that WWE has been shoving down our throats between Undertaker and Triple H, because Triple H is overrated as fuck. This fucking reminds me of Roman Reigns getting a pyro of after he defeated the Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. What a fucking slap in the face. But then after the match, I mean after this whole celebration, I meant to say, excuse me, Undertaker and Kane attacks Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and then you got the commentators on commentary saying, "Oh, what a betrayal! Like a betrayal? What the fuck are you talking about a betrayal? They've been feuding for fucking years. How's that a fucking betrayal?" And speaking of the commentators too, when it pertains to John Cena, first of all, Michael Cole, when you're back full of fucking dicks, always gotta dump it all over your fucking face because that's what he likes. He likes dicks in his face. Praising on John Cena on commentary saying that he's the greatest of all time. Stick those back full of fucking dicks up your fucking ass. And take Corey Graves with you along with that too, because they even got to Corey Graves to say that he's the greatest of all time. John Cena ain't the greatest of all time. He's the most overrated of all time, next to Triple H. So yeah, the Bros of Destruction beat up on DX, and then they push Shawn Michaels to the broadcast table. Yeah, Shawn Michaels and his bald-headed ass. And then they confirm on Raw that it's going to be DX versus the Bros of Destruction. Again, more nostalgia acts. You know, taking over WWE when you're supposed to be featuring new stars that you should be building up. These guys are not going to be around forever. And the fact that they're relying on these guys and not the young guys is fucking bullshit. Now, before I get to my overall star rating, maybe get back to the matches so I can give you my star ratings of these matches. New Day defeats The Bar to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in 9 minutes and 38 seconds. I'll give it 3 stars, but whatever. The match itself, whatever. I knew Day was gonna win anyways, but I was hoping that The Bar was gonna win, but I can only hope, right? Charlotte Flair defeats Becky Lynch by disqualification in the SmackDown Women's Championship. So yeah, Becky Lynch is still the SmackDown Women's Champion. 10 minutes and 50 seconds. I'll give this match also 3 stars. Bobby Lashley and John Cena defeats Elias and Kevin Owens in 10 minutes and 5 seconds. 1 star. The Iconics defeats Asuka and Naomi in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Another 1 star. AJ Styles defeats Samoa Joe by submission to retain his WWE Championship in 23 minutes and 45 seconds. I'll give this one a 4 star. In fact, I'll give it a 4.5 stars. Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins. I mean, why? And by the way, why are they still calling them by the Bella Twins? They don't look like the twins anymore. So what's the point of calling them twins if they don't look like identical anymore? Whatever. But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ronda Rousey and the Bellas defeats the Riot Squad in the 6-woman tag team match, 10 minutes and 5 seconds. 2. Buddy Murphy defeats Cedric Alexander becomes the new WWE Cruiserweight Champion in 10 minutes and 35 seconds. 4 stars. In fact, no. In fact, I'll give it a 5 star. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due here. This was a total non-stop action between Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander. So yeah, 5-star match. The Shield defeats Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre 6-man tag team match in 19 minutes and 40 seconds. I gotta give this one a 1. In fact, folks, to be honest with you, none on this show. I mean, on this match, I meant to say, excuse me. Got me interested. Got me invested. It didn't give me hype. It didn't get me pumped up. So I'm gonna go 0. Daniel Bryan defeats The Miz 2 minutes and 25 seconds to be number one contender against WWE Champion AJ Styles at Super. When it goes to the next Glorified House Show pay-per-view event. Folks, I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna give it a 2. And finally, Triple H defeats The Undertaker. No disqualification match. 27 minutes and 35 seconds. 0. I'm sorry, 0. I'm a fan of The Undertaker and all that. I love The Undertaker, but this gets a 0. This match was fucking terrible. And my overall story for the show for WWE Super Showdown, aka more like stupid shit show for WWE in Australia from October 6, 2018. Because of the 2 matches, when it comes to AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, and when it comes to Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander, I'm gonna go 2 out of 10. Yeah, 2 out of 10. And on top of that, folks, this show was the shit. This was a shit show. Like I said before, stupid shit show of WWE Super Showdown. This show was fucking garbage, and it was a waste of my fucking time. And with that being said, thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., and that's your Born Thriller. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. The choice is yours, and yours alone. So you all have a good night. You all take care. Peace on the streets. I'll talk to you all soon. But for now, I'm out.